channel. We are on our way for our very first Tesla camping adventure. As you can see, we got the car stacked and packed, fully loaded, and we're heading to one of the state recreation areas here around our house. We're going to spend the weekend camping out of the Tesla. I'd love to share my thoughts with you guys about what the camping in a Tesla is like, some of the gear that we got to go over, our camping experience, how we're charging when we get there. So yeah, thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for coming along with us. We're going to take you on a kind of a tour of our campsite, all the fun stuff that we have to show you guys. So appreciate you hanging out, and we'll see you when we get there. And we made it. We just got here to our campsite. Got the sweet electrical hookups right over here for us to use while we're Tesla camping. About to start unloading the car and get into having some fun. So I'd love to take you on a tour of our setup once we get unloaded. Good morning, everyone. First night in the Tesla. What a great camping experience. We had an awesome time. I'd like to talk just a little bit about kind of the pros and cons we had of our first night sleeping in the Tesla. First off, it kept us nice and cool. We had it set on camp mode, about 68 degrees in there, and it's 90 outside here during the day, and it got down to about 70 at night. So keeping it about 68 inside, just absolutely wonderful. And the really nice thing, zero humidity when you're inside sleeping. So me and my wife shared our little blow up air mattress in there. It worked actually wonderfully for us. We had enough space for both of us to sleep comfortably. A lot of people talk about like the slope because in the back seat, there's a little bit of a slope kind of heading down on the mattress. It really didn't bug us at all. It actually felt just fine, especially for a couple nights of camping. I think we're really going to enjoy it. So that was super nice, kept us nice and cool. Second kind of pro is some of the privacy. You get a lot of kind of privacy in the Tesla. No one can really kind of see you. You can kind of see out if you need to, but with tinted windows, it's great. There's no really big deal there. Third kind of pro is all the space you get when you sleep in the Tesla. All your floor space in your tent is really open to you, so you can kind of use it however you want. A little bit later, when we get kind of cleaned up, I'm going to give you guys a camping tour of our setup inside the tent. How it's kind of set up for us, how we plugged in the car, how we're charging it. That's the last pro, is really the car didn't lose any battery percentage the entire night. I have it plugged into one of the outlets over there on the other side, and we didn't lose any battery power. So it's working great. It's kept at 80% the whole night, despite running camp mode for about the last 12 hours, keeping the car nice and cool. It actually cooled down the inside of the tent when you have it all kind of closed up. You could definitely feel a difference when you unzip and go inside the tent. So that was super nice. Continuing with kind of our tour of our campsite, I want to talk about charging and kind of how we charged overnight while we were camping in the Tesla. So as soon as we got here, we still had about 75% battery, so it's not super far from our house. We charged up to 100% and made our trip down here. So we were obviously very close. We would have made it just fine for this whole trip if we didn't have any electricity. But since we have this is a campsite, and very common in North American campgrounds is a 30 amp, 120 volt outlet for you to use to plug in your campers. Obviously, we're going to take advantage of that, but you need a special adapter for it. This is a TTP30 adapter that we bought for the Tesla. It's this yellow piece here. I'll have a link to it down in the description for you guys from Amazon. But then we plug in our NEMA 1450 outlet for like our level 2 charger that I have at home right into that. And it gets you fairly decent range. It was able to keep camp mode on all night long. We had zero issues running camp mode. Air conditioning set at like 67 degrees the entire night, kept it 80% once it charged up the entire night. So we lost zero battery the whole time. So then you have your electricity for all the charging and stuff. And obviously the ports inside the Tesla all still work. So I was able to charge my phone all night long while we were sleeping there. So it's a great camping setup, worked flawlessly for us. No heat issues, no issues with tripping the breaker at full draw. just a super convenient camping experience. Finished up 2 days of Tesla camping. Overall, very happy with how it went. The tent worked great. The mattress we bought worked awesome. Had a really nice time with family. I think that's the whole point of camping, is really just enjoying your time together, unplugging for a little bit, getting away from some of the distractions. So we had a great time. Overall, just a couple pointers. Sleeping in the car was great. Camp mode worked awesome. We really enjoyed it. We had the car plugged in the whole time, as you saw, so it didn't have any draw on the battery. Just straight 80% the whole time for us, so that was super nice. Kept the car nice and cool. I had it set at about 65 and just blowing. I turned it on when we started cooking dinner, turned it on camp mode, and it was wonderful. Kept the car nice and cool. Even when you got into the tent, you could definitely feel a change in how it felt from walking into the outside. It's definitely less humid. It was really nice to walk into the tent and really be humid. We left the tailgate open the whole time, if I mentioned that, so my little boy could sleep in the tent while me and my wife were in the back of the Tesla. Left the tailgate open, and it was still plenty cool for all of us there on some 90-degree days with high humidity here in Nebraska. So really had a nice time camping. We had a lot of fun. Got to go to the lake for a few hours. Got to do some of the blow-up activities out on the lake. They had these inflatables you could run around and jump on. So overall, great camping weekend. We'll never go back to camping without the Tesla. It was just so much fun. We had a lot of looky-loos look at the Tesla as they're walking by too. You can hear them say, "Is that a Tesla? What's that tent?" You know, people come up and ask us questions about it. So it was really nice. Overall, we had a great time. Thank you guys for watching and for kind of just engaging. Appreciate any likes or subscriptions or anything on this video, and just appreciate all you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.